Hi, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Bible Stories. How are you? I hope you're great. So, take your pills, right? Grab your smokes, get comfy, lean back, sit back, get comfy, grab your cigarettes, make sure you have your bedtime beverage, your Keep Teenagers Alive juice. Cheers. Then, let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. I got some news. As you can see here on the screen, it says First Samuel. And, First Samuel, well, the books of Samuel have to do with three dudes: Samuel, Saul, and David. So, the next book in that Apocrypha, well, it's called Estrada. Estrada. Not Eric. Just Estrada. And it has to do with I don't I don't exactly know because I just read like a couple sentences of it, and it was talking about David. And it's like I was talking earlier when we were reading songs, like I should do a recap of David. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to retell the story of David. Well, we're not going to retell it. We're going to tell it like the book says. But we're going to do it again. Just to refresh my memory, because David comes up so much in all of these books that we're reading. Like, David is a big deal. So, we're going to remind ourselves about David, but we have got to start all the way from the books that have to do with David and what happens to David. So the history up into David, through David, and then we're gonna stop and read some more of this Apocrypha. I don't know how to say it. But how long did that take? 3 minutes, not bad. So now let's smoke it, drink it, read it, take your pills. We are way super fucking late. So take your pills. Alright. Hit your bowl, get comfy, let's go. So, First Samuel chapter 1. There is a certain man of Ramathaim, a Zophite, from the hill country of Ephraim, whose name was Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Elihu, son of oh my God. So he's an Ephraimite. Okay, he's an Ephraimite descendant. Okay, whatever. And he had two wives. One was Hannah, and the other was Peninnah. And Penny had children. Hannah didn't have none. Oh, here we go, these bitches with these kids. Now, this man used to go up year by year from his town to worship and to sacrifice to the Lord at Shiloh, the Lord of hosts. Okay, and by this time, we have learned that all the other hosts are the other gods. So he did that at Shiloh, where the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were priests of the Lord. I think this is Phinehas without the verb. On the day when Elkanah sacrificed, he would give portions to his wives and to her sons and daughters. But to Hannah, he gave double portion because he loved her, though the Lord had closed her womb. Okay, so these chicks that can't get pregnant, there has been a lot of, up until this point, the women who can't get pregnant are important. Okay? And the men seem to love them more. It's the strangest thing. Her rival used to provoke her severely to irritate her because the Lord had closed her womb. Ooh, you sneaky, snobby bitch. Ooh, I don't like her. So it went on year by year. As often as she went up to the house of the Lord, she used to provoke her. Therefore, Hannah wept and would not eat. Well, you're doing it to yourself. Why do you even let that bitch live rent free in your head, Hannah? Quit it. Her husband, Elkanah, said to her, Hannah, the fuck, dog? Like, we're here. Why the hell are you sad? Have you met me? I'm like 25 kids. How hard is it for you to take care of me? What the fuck do you need a baby for? Right? After they had eaten and drunk at Shiloh, Hannah rose and presented herself before the Lord. Now Eli was sitting on the seat beside the doorpost at the temple. She was deeply distressed and prayed to the Lord and wept bitterly. She made this vow. God, check it out, big guy. Listen, big guy. Ha ha. Look, if you give me a baby, I'll give him to the church. I just want a baby. Can I have a baby? Oh, ha. I'm going to do better than leave the baby at the church. I'm going to make him a Nazarene, like Samson, but better. It'll be great because he won't break the rules as soon as he can, because he's my son and I'm giving him to the church. And as she continued praying before the Lord, Eli observed her mouth. Hannah was praying silently, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore, Eli thought she was drunk. And then Eli was like, "The fuck you doing, dog? Look, you're a whole mess. You're like white girl wasted." And Hannah was like, "The fuck I am. I'm trying to pray, dog. I don't drink. I'm going to church. I need to pray. Do not regard your servant as a worthless woman, for I have been speaking out of my great anxiety and vexation all this time." Then Eli was like, "My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. May God grant you what you want." My bad, by the way. Okay. And then she was like, we're all right, right? And he was like, yeah. So then she went up to her place and drank and ate with her husband, and she wasn't sad no more. She got it off her chest. She said it to the big guy with her chest. Right. They rose early in the morning and worshiped before the Lord. Then they went back to their house at Ramah. And Elkanah knew his wife, Hannah, and the Lord remembered her. So they did the thing. They got drunk and they did the dirty. In due time, Hannah conceived and bore a son, and she named him Samuel. And she was like, I have asked for him from the Lord. We're gonna name him Sam. I am Sam. The man Elkanah and all his household went to offer to the Lord. Hold on. So the man Elkanah and his household went up to offer to the Lord the yearly sacrifice and pay his vow. But Hannah did not go. She said, as soon as the child is off the titty, I will bring him, that he may appear in the presence of the Lord and remain in there forever. I will offer him as a Nazirite for all time. Man, they're kind of lucky cancel culture wasn't back then, though, for real. It's like, how are you going to choose his life for him? Because that's a parent's job, dickhole. Her husband, Elkanah, said to her, I do whatever. I'll take care of the sacrificing thing. Don't even worry about it, babe. So she stayed home every time until he was weaned. And she took him up with her, along with the 3-year-old bull, an ephah of flour, a skin of wine. She brought him to the house of the Lord at Shiloh, and the child was young. And they slaughtered the bull, and they brought the child to Eli. And she was like, ha ha. Remember last time you talked to me, you thought I was drunk? Here's a baby. Here's a baby. So I had to deal with God. So, like, this baby's gotta live here now. And then Hannah said, my heart exalts in the Lord. My strength is exalted in my God. My mouth derides. Look, look. You're reading. You're reading, Nikki. Here. You're reading. Here's a coupon. Where the fuck am I in life? Right. Look, you're reading. Hey, you need a coupon while you're reading. Shut up, Nikki. What the fuck? What is this? Okay, here we go. Okay. So then she told him, I prayed and God gave me a kid. So here's a baby. And then Hananiah said, my heart exults in the Lord. My strength is exalted in my God. My mouth derides my enemies because I rejoice in my victory. I want to flip those bitches off. Did you see her face, big guy? Listen. Ha ha. Wait till she sees I got a baby and then I left it at church. There is no holy one like the Lord, no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Talk no more. Hannah prayed. Okay, and then talk no more so very proudly. Let not arrogance come from your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty are broken, the feeble gird on strength. Those who were full have hired themselves out for bread, but those who were hungry are fat with spoil. The barren has borne 7. The barren has borne 7, but she who has many children is forlorn. The Lord kills and brings to life. He brings down to Sheol and raises it up. Okay? See, this word for hell is different than any of the books that we've been reading. The Lord makes poor and makes rich, brings low and exalts. He raises up the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the ash to make them sit with princes and inherit a seat of honor. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and on them he has set the world. Dun, dun, dun. He will guard the feet of his faithful ones, but the wicked shall be cut off in darkness. For not by might does one prevail. The Lord, his adversaries, shall be shattered. The Most High will thunder in heaven. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalt the power of his anointed. When Elkanah went home to Ramah, while the boy remained to minister to the Lord in the presence of the priest Eli. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we're going. All right. So now we're going to find out about Eli. And remember, Eli has 2 sons. What's his face and Phineas without the verb. Okay. Now, the sons of Eli were scoundrels. They had no regard for the Lord. Oh, here we go. Or for the duties of the priests to the people. When anyone offered a sacrifice, the priest's servant would come while the meat was boiling with the 3-pronged fork in his hand, and he would thrust it into the pan or kettle, cauldron, or pot. All that the fork brought up, the priest would take for himself. This is what they did at Shiloh to all the Israelites who came there. Moreover, before the fat was burned, the priest's servant would come and say to the one who was sacrificing, "Give meat for the priest to roast, for he will not accept boiled meat from you, but only raw." What the fuck? That's not supposed to be a thing. Okay. And if the man said to him, "Let them burn the fat first, then take whatever you wish," he would say, "Nah, you gotta do it now, or I'm gonna take it. So we can do it nicely, or piss off. Mm-hmm. Thus, the sin of the young men was very great in the sight of the Lord, for they treated the offerings of the Lord with contempt. Samuel was ministering before the Lord, a boy wearing a linen ephod. His mother used to make for him a little robe and take it to him each year. She went up with her husband to offer the yearly sacrifice. Then Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife and say, "May the Lord repay you children by this woman for the gift she has made to the Lord." And then they would go home. And the Lord took note of Hannah. She conceived and bore 3 more sons and 2 daughters. And the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. Now, Eli was very old, heard all his sons were doing, and how they lay with the women who served at the entrance of the meeting house. Okay. And then he said, "The fuck are you guys doing? Really, what are you doing? These people are telling on you. There's so much. What are you doing?" Right? If one person sins against another, someone can intercede for the sinner with the Lord. But if someone sins against the Lord, who can make intercession? But they would not listen to the voice of their father, for it was the will of the Lord to kill them. Is this book really calling God a murderer right now? Is that God's like, yeah, he was waiting. Big guy wanted a reason to kill people, so he was waiting. Big guy, is this real life right now? Dude's like, God wanted to kill him, so he let him go. Fuck him. I don't think God does that. Now, the boy Samuel continued to grow both in stature and in favor with the Lord and the people. Deadly combination. A man of God came to Eli and said, "The Lord said, I revealed myself to the family of your ancestor in Egypt when they were slaves to the house of Pharaoh. I chose him out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest and to go up to my altar, offer incense, wear an ephod before me. And I gave to the family of your ancestors all my offerings by fire from the people of Israel. Why then, look with greedy eye at my sacrifices and my offerings I commanded, and honor your sons more than me by fattening yourselves on the choicest part of every offering of my people." Right? So God's pissed off at Eli because his sons are fuckwads. And then Eli said, right? Like, what do you do? Hi, baby. I love you. This, okay.
What?
No, it's on.
I say okay to everyone.
I know. I don't think there is any more food. There's the spicy chicken nuggets. Will you bring your other cup in here?
I don't have another cup. I have
Okay.
my water bottle,
Okay.
but I
Well,
only use that for water.
if you don't have another cup.
I don't have another cup.
No, I know that's what I said. If you don't have another cup, never mind. But there's spicy chicken nuggets. And really only make like 6 of them. Okay. So, Eli's getting in trouble because of his sons, right? Then God says, I promise that your family and the family of your ancestors should go in and out before me forever. Okay, hold on. I promise that your family and the family of your ancestors should go in and out before me forever. But now God's like, far be it from me for those who honor me. I will honor, and those who despise me shall be treated with contempt. Because fuck y'all, I'm tired of you fucking with me. And all before this, man, it kind of, I kind of almost want to restart because it's so hard to explain everything when you're reading it out of order. But anyway, all up until this point, they've been on and off with God. Well, probably a lot of you that are watching this already know the Old Testament, so you know how fucked up these people are. So they've been fucking around and finding out for a hot second. Oh, what had happened? Okay. So they've been fucking around and finding out. So now with this Eli thing, God is like, oh, these people suck. And then he's like, a time is coming when I will cut off your strength and the strength of your ancestors' family, so that no one in your family will live to old age. Dun dun dun. When in distress, you will look with greedy eye on all the prosperity that shall be bestowed upon Israel, and no one in your family shall ever live to old age. See, I guess this right here is when God makes the Jews greedy so everybody hates them forever. Okay. The only one of you whom I shall not cut off from my altar shall be spared to weep out his eyes and grieve his heart. All the members of your household shall die by the sword. Ugh. The fate of your 2 sons, Hophni and Phinehas, without the verb, shall be the sign to you. Both of them, they will die on the same day. I will raise up for myself a faithful priest who shall do according to what is in my heart and in my mind. I will build him a sure house, and he shall go in and out before my anointed one forever. Everyone who is left in your family shall come to implore him for a piece of silver, a loaf of bread, and he'll say, put me in one of the priest places so that hold on. Your family will implore him for silver or bread and shall say, can I go to church so I can eat some food? Like, is there like what do they call that? Where they give people free lunches. Free lunches. Free lunches at the church. Now, okay. How many minutes are we at? Oh, yeah. I think we're done there. So, thank you for watching. Tomorrow, I probably won't talk so fucking much, except for we all know that's a lie. So, anyway, thank you for rewinding through the Old Testament with me because this story comes up a lot, so we should probably read it again and refresh because these stories come up a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever. Oh, yeah, I got it that time. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you and have sweet dreams. Oh, take your pills.